Hey y'all, this is my December 13th Vlogmas. Yes, I am still laying in bed. So, okay, it's gonna be a story time. So, and please don't mind my little stuffiness. It be like that in the morning. Um, First of all, good morning. Happy Vlogmas. Welcome to VPG's world. Um, Thank you to the VP squad for all your support. If you are not part of the VP squad, please consider subscribing. Also, I have memberships. Um, and I have cool perks like merch and shout outs, and you could connect with me on social media. You can even text me if you like. All that is part of the memberships. Um, yeah. So look into the memberships. The cheapest one is $1.99. And hopefully we can connect. Okay. So remember story time. So remember when we were in school and like the Scholastic used to come, and I think it was one other place used to come, and if you had money you could buy books. So most of the time my mother would give me like a couple dollars. Sometimes it'd just be like, $2 or $3 or something like that. I remember one time she sent me with like 20. That was like around income tax season or something. I was like, oh, I'm about to go in there and get everything. And them books used to be like $18, like $12. Like, they was expensive. So, I came out of there with like one book, an eraser, a bookmark. You know what I mean? Like, little stuff like that. So, one time, it was this girl in the class. And for some reason, she was a big thief. Like, she used to steal from everybody. Like, she literally stole from the teacher's purse. I remember she had stole from our music teacher. Oh my God. I think I was in the third grade. Third grade. Because this when I was going to Claire E. Westrop on the west side. I lived on the east side in Cleveland, but this when they started busing us to the west side. So I'm going to Claire E. Westrop. So anyway, so this girl used to really like me. Like, now the thing was, like, she was okay, but I just felt the way about her as a person because she was a thief. Like, and I knew she was a thief. Like, she was a known thief. Like, she stole out of people's desks. She stole from our teacher. She stole from the math teacher. Like, I mean, not math, music teacher. Like, she just was a big thief. So I was just like, I really don't want to be her friend. But I also was the type of person, like, I love people. Like, you know what I mean? And I ain't want to be mean to her either. So the day of the book fair or whatever, she kept saying, man, I'm about to give me some books. I'm going to have me pencils, erasers, this and that. And I'm thinking, like, in my mind, I'm like, oh, she about to steal everything. Like, because she never used to have money. She even used to be the kid that sometimes didn't go on field trips because she didn't have money. She used to be the kid that anytime we had anything that cost money, she never did it. Like, you know what I mean? So I remember just feeling bad for her sometimes, too. Like, like, dang, her mother or dad, they'll never give her money. So anyway, it's time for us to go line up, you know what I mean, and go to the little area to go get the books or whatever we about to buy. So we line up and we walking over there. So as we get there, she like, what you gonna get? I'm like, I don't know. I only got like a couple dollars, you know what I mean, like however much money I had. So I'm just gonna see when I get there. She like, oh, okay, yeah, me too. She like, but like I said, no, she said, no, she ain't say me too. She was like, okay, she like, I'm getting this, that, all this other stuff. So I was just like, man, she fried. Man, once we get there, I ain't really paying attention to her because, when you walk into the scholastic world with all the books and stuff, man, it'd be like a whole nother world. Like, you just be, as a kid, your eyes light up because they had a little thing hung up and they had the banner and, they be to set it all up. All the books be on the table. So you be forgetting about everything else that's going on. You just get captivated. Boom. So I'm sitting in there. She walks over to me and she like, what book you gonna get? At the time, I think I wanted like a puzzle book and I wanted like a book to read or something. So I was like, well, I only got enough money to get this book. I'm going to get this book. And I'm like, maybe next time I get this one. She like, oh, okay. I'm like, which book you getting? Just asking her, because in my mind, I'm like, man, she not about to get all this stuff. Like, she ain't got no money. I know she don't. Man, next thing you know, I get my stuff. I look around looking for her. She was gone. So I'm like, dang, she didn't disappear. I'm like, oh, okay. Didn't think nothing of it. So now it's time for us to all line up. Because we can't, we line up, get in line, go single file back to the classroom. Man, we get back to the classroom. I go open up my desk. I got the other book. I'm like, oh my God. Now, imagine you, I definitely was like one of the super smarter kids that used to like, what you call it? Like, I'm one of the smarter kids that used to, like, get finished with my work first and clean the board and stuff like that. So, in my mind, I'm thinking that the teacher bought it for me. So, I'm like, oh, okay. I never said nothing to the teacher. I didn't say nothing to the teacher, though. So, I'm just sitting there. So, I pull the book out, and I'm looking at the book, and I'm thinking, like, ooh, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I got 2 books, pencil, eraser, bookmark. I got everything. Man, she come back in the classroom. We all walking in the classroom. She was to sit like back in the corner. Something telling me like, man, if you just get up, go over there to her. Man, I'll get up and I walk over there to her. Man, her desk loaded down. She had little activity books, hardcover books, erasers, pencils. First of all, I'm confused. Because the first thing I'm thinking, even as a kid, is how the hell did you get all this stuff out of that thing? Like, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, you stole all this stuff. She like, I bought it. Hey, she the first person in my life that taught me about like lying and stealing. Like she literally taught me about lying and stealing. Like, no matter who you talking to, you keep your lie up. Don't you tell the truth. Cause me, bitch, I know you did it. Like, I know you was stealing. Like, don't do it. She is the first. Like, she taught me my lesson on lying and stealing. And I ain't never been no thief. I've been a liar for sure. But a thief, never. But, if you was a thief, you don't tell nobody. You keep up with that lie. I bought this stuff. Anyway, we get ready to get on the school bus or whatever. Because remember, we're getting bused back to the east side of Cleveland. So we on the school bus. She loaded down. She got a whole book bag full of stuff. So I take my little stuff or whatever. We get on the school bus. She ends up giving me another activity, like a activity book, like, that I didn't have, like another one. I'm like, thank you, whatever. I'm like, thank you for getting my other book. She like, here you go. Yeah, I bought that for you. Hey, after that, me and her was cool. The irony. Years later, I see her on Facebook. It had to be when I was like in my late 20s because I remember Dejan was still kind of little. And she kept saying, like, we need to get our kids together. We need to get our kids together, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. Man, we discussing it or whatever. We talking about jobs, what we do for a living, all this type of stuff. Man, why she had just got out of jail for stealing. No cap. Like, she was basically saying, like, oh, I'm just building my relationship with my son. I had my son in jail. My mother had to get him. This and that. I just got out for real. But I got a job. I'm back. I'm getting back on track. Da 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 da. And I'm just like, it was it was so crazy to me. And I told my mother, like, Mom, remember I told you about the girl who had stole me the book, this and that, blah, blah, blah. When I was little, my mother remembered that. Like, yeah. Like, I'm like, man, why she still a thief? Like, she just got out. She had her son in the joint. Da, da, da. I told my mother all about it. Man, that's crazy. Like, you do something and you 8 years old. We was 8 in the 3rd grade. And now we in our late 20s. This a whole 20 years later, 2 decades later. And you still stealing. Like that was deep rooted in her. Like, that's the core of her. She's a thief. Like, not just a little bit of a thief. Not just a thief as a kid. Like, she was stealing probably all the rest of her life. Like, anyway, I ain't never hook up with her because I'm thinking, like, girl, I ain't about to go down. Like, I don't know if you really rehabilitated or whatever. But, so, yeah. So, that's the Vlogmas story time for today. Excuse the crust and the speckle in my eyes because I literally just was laying in the bed and I got up and was on my phone. And then I was just thinking, I don't know what made me just think about that. I don't know. But thank y'all for listening. And happy Vlogmas. I love y'all. Subscribe to the channel. Consider joining my memberships. And look at my videos. Peach. Oh, be comfortable. Be confident. And most importantly, be peachy. Peach out. Bye.